Hi everybody, Sanbonani. Welcome to my channel. Mdletshe, and on this channel, Kuruma reality TV shows, I'm a celebrities, kanye nama YouTubers. If it is your first time joining me today and you really like my content, do not forget to press the subscribe button. Langazanti, Kandige Futsi, you can support the channel by liking the video and watching adverts. Please watch adverts on this video. So you guys, the new show, The Mommy Club, is out on Showmax. Those who have Showmax, please check it out. I don't know if it's going to be in any of the DSTV channels. I'm still going to check. I don't know, you guys, but right now it's on Showmax. The Mommy Club, really, honestly, you guys, I think it does feel like it could be a spin-off from Real Housewives because we are still watching that inspirational kind of a show where you are watching rich people living rich people's lives, and it's women, okay, except in this instance, the women are focused on being mothers. So the presence of the kids in the mother's life is very important. Okay. So I guess you would not really be a cast member on this show if you do not have kids because it's a mommy club. Okay. So basically, with these women, you can either be rich because you work very hard and you make your own money, or you can be married to somebody very rich. But at the end of the day, it's all women who are doing well for themselves financially. Okay, so you're going to get to see luxury houses, cars, shopping sprees, and you're going to see spoiled kids. Okay, that's what I expect to see. Okay, and we saw a little bit of that in episode one. So on this video, you guys, I'm just going to talk about who is part of this show, just the cast, because I think if I talk about everything that happened in episode one, the video is going to be too long. So I will just do different videos. So you guys, one of the cast members on this show is Mrs. Mops. Mrs. Mops, we know her from Real Housewives of Johannesburg. Okay, if you don't know Real Housewives of Johannesburg, you've been under a rock. Okay, come out of a rock. Okay, she was on Real Housewives of Johannesburg season 2. It's actually here. It's on Showmax too. So if you want to watch how she was like I liked Mrs. Mops on Real Housewives of Johannesburg. She was very messy, okay, and very witty. And yes, you guys, I liked her on Real Housewives. In fact, I was very disappointed when she did not come back for season 3, but I actually think it was a good decision because this show is actually very it's like more suitable for her. In fact, I do get the feeling that they modeled this show around her life. You know, she like is the one that is giving the idea of how the show is supposed to be, like how they are supposed to cast for the show. So they just went out and found women who are living a similar life to her. Okay. So yes, it's Mrs. Mobs. Mrs. Mobs says that she's a woman in tech and she works in cyber security. Listen, it was the first time that I hear that because I thought Mrs. Mobs doesn't work. I thought she was just married to a rich man, and she is a mother of 3. And yes, you guys, so obviously a lot of her life is focused on her kids. Okay. And then you guys, we have the next cast member who is Miss Manche, who is Tseho, you guys. So Utseho naye has 3 kids, Uneo, Nicole, no Noble. Okay, Utseho no Mrs. Mobs, not that they are friends really, because for me, if you've only interacted with somebody on social media like Instagram, I don't really regard you as friends. So they are social media friends. So they've been following each other, liking each other's posts and all of that, but they are only going to meet for the first time on the show. So we are basically going to experience them building a friendship. So whether that friendship is going to work or not, I don't know. We're about to see, you guys. And then the next one is Uhepis Milani. Uhepis Milani says that she is an author. She has a book out, you guys. I need to find out what the name of the book is. And then she is an online digital business coach, okay, and has 3 kids. She talks about how she recently lost her husband, I think last June. She lost her husband through a car accident. May his soul rest in peace, you guys. So I guess part of her journey on this show, we're going to be watching her deal with that. And also, she has 3 kids, you guys. whom I felt like I spoiled. Okay, so and there is a scene on this episode where they go shopping, and I'm like, yeah, these are spoiled kids. Anyway, you guys. So yes, I guess for her, we're not really going to be meeting her husband or anything like that, but she does talk about the fact that she is dating somebody or seeing somebody that is her ex and is Nigerian. Okay. Anyway, with Miss Manche, who is Seho, Miss Manche, I believe that she's also married to a Nigerian because she was talking about having to think about the mix of South African and Nigerian food when she's cooking at home, you guys. And I'm guessing we are still going to get more information on these women, okay? And then we have, is it Numurai? Numurai is Zimbabwean, living in South Africa, married to a Nigerian, okay? And she said she is in the business of events planning and flower arrangements. So she's doing well for herself, but I also believe that her husband is doing well, and she has a beautiful house too, and she has a son, and I believe she only has her son. Okay, so all of these women, you guys, have nannies who are like part of their families, okay, who are helping them out with their kids. And I think from what I saw on the show, honestly, it feels like the nannies are going to be forming a big part of the show. Nannies, and I think Miss Manche has a nanny and a maid. Okay, she has two people that are helping her, and I think the one is working as an AUP, which she says that is her. The She said that she is Manche's sister, but Manche said that she's her cousin. So we are yet to get clarification there. Are they sisters or are they cousins? Because one is saying she's my sister, the other one says she is my cousin. Yes, you guys. And then we have the one whom they, I don't know why they did it like this, you guys, because they introduced everybody, and then after a while, they introduced her, Omohle, okay? And I don't know if it's a case of Omohle being a friend of the show. They said it's Omohle Kela, who is friend to Mrs. Mobs. And I feel like maybe she's going to be a friend of the show because with her, when they were introducing her, they didn't really tell us much about her family, whether she's married or not, whether she has kids or not. But she is part of the show because she does get diary sessions, and she actually had a meeting with and Uhappy Milani and Mrs. Moss. So she did shoot that scene. So she looks like she's gonna be part of the show, but her introduction was a little bit different from the others. So it made me feel like maybe she is going to be playing a different part, which made me think that maybe she is going to be a friend of the show. Maybe she does not have kids and they feel like she can't really be part of the Mommy Club full time, but they want her for the show because there's some drama there with her. Uh, okay, let me say this. Happy, ne? Happy is this one. Happy has some association with Tammy Taylor. Because when I saw her, Happy, I was like, where have I seen this woman before? You know? And I know that it wasn't on Instagram because I'm not on Instagram like that. Okay. And then I remembered, then she started talking about Tammy Taylor and how she was on Carte Blanche episode. And then I had watched that episode, you guys, with the Tammy Taylor saga. So she was one of the people that had bought the franchise, Tammy Taylor, and it didn't go well. And she's been going through, they having this court case against the people that they bought the franchise from, the Tammy Taylor owners. And yes, you guys. So when she said that she had been on that episode, I was like, oh, that's where I know her from. Okay, so this is happy. Then um Omuhle yena naye she has some associations with Tammy Taylor, okay, which is why I think the producers brought her in because of that also association. Because even though they don't know each other, they've never met with Uhappy, but they've interacted on social media because both of them had an issue with the Tammy Taylor business deal, okay. But the interesting thing about this is that Omuhle is not very comfortable talking about the Tammy Taylor business deal. Whereas Uhappy seems to want to talk about it. She also doesn't understand why Omuhle doesn't want to talk about it. So that is going to be interesting. I really feel like the Tammy Taylor thing is probably going to come back up again during the season. Okay, we haven't had the end of it. Okay, so yes, so I think they brought her on the show because she is Mrs. Mob's friend, but also she has that association to Tammy Taylor, and then that makes her have that association with Uhappy. Anyway, you guys, listen, I'm going to do another video where I talk about what happened in this episode. But I'm pleased with the casting on this show, and I like the fact that they didn't do too many women because not only do we have these cast members, we also have their mates who seem to be participating in the show. They even do diary sessions too, and then you have the kids as well. So I feel like had they done too many women, it would make so like a cool, you know. So I understand why they just did the four women and then this one who seemed like she's going to be a friend of the show. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Tell me what you think about these cast members. Do you think that they're going to be a good mix to give us a good show or not? Have you even watched the show? Anyway, what did you think about it? Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegona. Share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers in Ntanda. Kakhulu.